If you spend a lot of time working in Revit, then you will no doubt discover that screen real estate often becomes a premium. So there's a few different ways you can manage your interface to adjust it to your liking. One of the things that we can do is to adjust the way these palettes are organized over here on the left-hand side. Now, by default, you get the Properties palette stacked on top of the project browser, but they don't have to stay that way. If you grab either of these title bars, Project Browser or the Properties, and begin to drag it, you can peel one of these palettes right off and make it a floating palette. So you can see right here that I've got the Project Browser now floating on screen. So if I go to the edge of it, I can drag and resize it, and I can move these things around wherever I want it to go. So if you had a second screen attached to your computer, you could actually peel these off and put them over on the second screen. Now, another popular way to do this is a lot of folks like to actually dock each one of these palettes, one on each side. So if you just move it to the edge of the screen, you'll see an indication that it's about to dock. You just let go of the mouse at that point, and now I have Properties on one side, Project Browser on the other. But of course, we talked about screen real estate, and this does reduce the size of my viewing window. So another option is to peel it off again. And we can take this one and drag it right on top of the Properties palette. Now, watch the little gray box that appears around it. If I were to let go right here, it would actually stack them again like it started off. But if I move slightly, you'll see that it will adjust to different configurations. Like, for example, I could make them go side by side like that. Or I could pull it off again and put it on top of this one. You can put it right on top of the other one, and sometimes it takes a few tries, but what you're looking for is to get the little outline of a tab down there at the bottom. And when I let go, it will stack these two palettes on top of one another, and they will now appear as little tabs at the bottom of the palette. So when I want the Project Browser, I click its tab, and when I want the Properties, I click its tab. And of course, you can drag the size of this if you want to resize it to make it either a little bit larger or smaller. And this gives you kind of the best of both worlds. You've got the full screen height of the palette, but you're not taking up double the screen real estate by having them on either side of the screen. So these are all different options that you have available to you to customize the interface to your liking. For the remainder of this course, I'm just going to peel this one back off again and put it back in its default position right here to keep them stacked. But feel free to adjust your screen in one of the ways that I've just shown you to suit your own personal preferences.